Welcome back to Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and in this video, we're going to go over some of the penny stocks that I've mentioned in previous videos. I'm going to start off here with my favorite. We're going to go with IGEN. This is my biggest holding, and I believe this has a very strong short-term future for it. And so with IGEN, we're looking at it right now on the daily, and what I want to mention right now is we are holding our 50-day SMA extremely nicely. So you can see we broke down 3-4 days ago, but then we clawed our way all the way back up. And you can see the last 2 days we've closed right above this 50. And if we continue on this trajectory, this shows that there are more bulls, which means there's more buying pressure for this stock. And so people who are looking at the same chart know that we are showing strength. And usually when we show strength is when we start to see larger bids on the ask. And so at that point, we start to see larger movements to the upside. And so now that we've held our 50 in consecutive days, it does look like we are starting to curl up here. And if we get a crossover of our green line with any of our lines, that is going to be a great sign for positive momentum in the near term. If we're looking at our RSI, we have tons of room still to the upside. We are still at a nice little 48.49. So as we start to just claw our way back up, we will start to have some explosive movements. The next thing I just want to mention here is our accumulation. So our accumulation has finally started to pick up a bit. Since this little run up that we've had, our accumulation has started to rise and consolidate. And this is usually how we like to see an uptrend go. We want to see the run up, we want to see the consolidation, and then we want to see the next run up, see the consolidation, get the next run up, etc., etc. And so the way I see this playing out with IGEN is I do think we will eventually make a full cup on this chart. We will get all the way up to this top level of resistance at around a penny, and we will get rejected by this line, and we may come back as low as this 8.5 level. This could be a nice cup and handle developing before we eventually break out of this triangle to the upside. So the day-to-day movements on the stock are quite irrelevant. We already know that this is a pretty large triangle, so we could see the entirety of this triangle play out. But we do know right now we are holding above our 50 SMA, so we are starting to show extremely nice momentum on the stock. Any sort of PR will absolutely shoot this one to the moon. And so IGEN released their latest Form 7 for December, and it was the best Form 7 I've yet to see. We saw an increase in order pickups. We saw that now our contracts are starting to get into place. People are starting to implement their product, and as time passes, these contracts are just going to develop even better. We're going to get more units in our inventory, and we should start to get more cash flow coming in. And so what happened after that Form 7, the next day, I expected to see a nice run up with the stock, but the volume was extremely low, which means that not too many people are aware of these Form 7s or this type of news. And so what that comes down to is Neil Chan and the PR team. We need PRs if we want to get attention on the stock. The people who do the due diligence and look at these Form 7s know that this is going to be a very strong play as time passes. But people who are your average Joe investors who need to look at PRs and you need to look at Yahoo Finance and see those newsletters, those type of PRs will bring new eyes to this investment. And that's exactly what we need. There's a pretty small investor base right now in IGEN. It's an extremely micro cap company. And so as we start to get more PRs, we've seen how this one catapults on good news. And so at any given moment, we can get great PR news from Chan. And if that happens, I expect this to catapult a lot bigger than it has been recently. Overall, we are finally starting to initiate an uptrend, in my opinion. This long downtrend is finally over. We got this nice little spark up. We are in our consolidation and accumulation phase. And so this is a great time to be buying up. Today was a great day to also buy here on IGEN. We held our 50. And as this starts to go up, this does signify a longer term uptrend. And so eventually the green line should be at the top. The yellow line should be the highest. And over time, this will just slowly start to go up. People want this to blow up in 1 day or 2 days, but that's not how this works. These SMAs are moving averages, and so ultimately, as time passes on, these will continue to move, and what we want to see is the green just continue to go up. And as it goes up, and as we start to see more good news, naturally the stock price will start to climb. But because our float is relatively small, it is easier to manipulate this stock and keep it down, because if there's no volume coming in, then one or two big investors can really move the share price either down or up. And so once we start to get more eyes into this, we will start to get more new investors on board with this company. But until then, we have to just wait and be patient with Chan and let the chips fall how they do, because at this point in time, we've done our due diligence looking at the Form 7s. We know what this company has. We know what type of contracts they have and the potential revenue that is on the horizon for them. A company that is only worth $8 million is extremely cheap in my opinion. And so I wanted to just quickly update you guys here on IGEN, because this has been looking extremely nice even though the price hasn't been showing it. And so I just wanted to make a quick video here on IGEN. This is my biggest holding, and the stock price has actually been moving extremely beautifully. It's been holding our 50 SMA, and that's all I could really ask for. So it does look like we are finally starting to move in the right direction. All we need is a nice PR to launch this a little bit higher, get some more eyes involved. Otherwise, until then, I'm just going to patiently wait, let the markets do their thing, let Chan run the company as he does, and I'm just going to sit back as a shareholder. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. We are on the road to 10K subs, so if you made it to this point, feel free to hit that subscription button. This is Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.